Good morning, Scratch Kitchen. How are you guys doing? How are you holding up? And happy first day of spring. Alright, we are going to talk about the food insecurity situation. And I'm going to break down the difference between what Russia and Ukraine both import. Now, it's important to understand that food insecurity is a real pandemic. To hell with COVID-19. Forget about that. That's not a pandemic. When you see hungry people in the street, you have angry parents watching their children starve, and sometimes even starve to death. There's gonna be hell on the streets, and it's gonna make what's going on in France look like amateur day. This is going to get serious. Because there's nothing that angers a parent more than burying a child unnecessarily. Now, I'm going to leave you articles below. I hope you will go and read them. And I'm doing a video for Anarchy Land today on why countries like Germany and even my dear old America are beginning to backtrack on the oil embargo against Russia. It's because they realized they can't produce enough oil on their own. And the way they've treated countries like Venezuela and Saudi Arabia is coming back to bite them on the butt majorly. Now, let's move into the main thing here. Russia and Ukraine grow roughly 95% of the world's wheat and grains. Now, Russia grows the larger percent of the agriculture related items that we use, about 75%. Now, why do I say that? Russia imports the following agriculture related items: wheat, grains, fertilizer, and oil, which means gas for the equipment like combines, tractors, and these things. Ukraine, they mainly wheat. So, which one in the larger picture is going to be the most important player? I would say Russia, because not only do they have the wheat, the grains, fertilizer, oil for trucks, but they also got the gold. Not to get real political here, because that's not what Scratch Kitchen is about. You can't avoid the political aspect of food insecurities because the world is starting to understand without Russia at the table, we're all seriously screwed. I mean, monumentally screwed here. You have Saudi Arabia. Yes, they have a huge desert, but what the hell grows in the desert? Besides scorpions and snakes. Nothing. That is going to take... They should have been working on this, I'd say, at least 8 decades ago. They should have been thinking about this stuff. They haven't. Not even the UN has been thinking about these things. Or they actually don't even care. Forget about the EU. There's a bunch of lunatics anyway. They actually passed something a couple years ago where they're not going to let people grow stuff like corn and anything for pigs. So at this point, and they're not backing down from that, not at all. I mean, people are in a food crisis. You would think the EU would reconsider, reevaluate the situation. They put themselves put their citizens in more. But no, they're not. They're not backing down 1 inch from that. And it's very unfortunate because in the end, it's going to be the citizens that pay the price for it. Now, how far up down the road is this going to go? I think it's going to go pretty far. I mean, Egypt is already having serious problems. They are in about a full-blown panic attack there with not being able to get food. They're in just, and there's so many areas that are in this situation. Well, from what I understand, with the conflict in Ukraine, a lot of soldiers are running out of food. They're running out